Welcome, everybody, to the Friar Talk podcast. Today, we're going to do a very quick recap over the Colorado Rockies series, and then we're going to preview the Seattle Mariners series. So I'll let you start out, Chase. What was just your overall thoughts on this Rockies series where we saw the Padres 1, 2, and 3 absolutely dominate?
It was everything we could have asked for. We've been wanting to see our starters go out and throw 6+ innings, and every single one of them did that. The offense came alive. Tatis came back and went 4 for 4, triple shy of the cycle. It was everything we needed to see from the Padres. It looks like they're finally coming together. All the pieces are falling into place, and you know what? Hopefully they continue this throughout the entire season.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it was a great series. I mean, we talked about, potentially if there was a trade, what would it mean? Does that mean like the Padres are getting really hot? We saw the sweep. We see them win 6 in a row. Now they're going to go play a Mariners team that isn't great. I think they're a pretty average team. I think they're like 2 or 3 games below 500 right now. But the Padres right now are sitting with the third best record in the whole MLB, 614 winning percentage. The whole team's looking really good right now. I mean, the main thing is the pitching. Monday night, we saw Darvish come out there, absolutely dominate. Probably one of the most dominant starts around the whole league this year in terms. I mean, you have Jacob deGrom, you have a lot of no hitters, but outside of a lot of the no hitters we've seen, that was a dominant performance. He didn't throw many pitches in 7 innings, barely gives up any hits, and then you see Musgrove come out on Wednesday. He gives up 2 hits over 7 innings, 7 shutout innings, and then on Tuesday, the guy that we talked about that really needed to step it up, comes out and steps it up, pitches 6 innings. Blake Snell did a tremendous job. Do you think this is kind of a sign to of what we should expect from these 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, it should be. Now that Snell's finally hit like the 6 inning mark, I feel like it's a big weight off his chest. Like, okay, I can do this. I can do this more. I know what works for me now. He threw more pitches in the zone. He got more swings in the zone and misses and weak contact, and that lowered his pitch count that allowed him to go 6 innings. If he continues to do that, then yeah, our 1, 2, and 3, man, they should be able to go 6 innings at least, and maybe at least 8 strikeouts, because Darvish, Snell, and Musgrove are strikeout artists, and I love to watch them pitch.
Yeah, no, we saw a lot of strikeouts in this series too. Musgrove threw 11 on Wednesday, and I think that the Rockies only scored a single run in the whole series. I believe, right? Is one run? I want to say it was 1 run. So I
Yeah, it
mean,
was
you
one
talk
run. It
about
was
just
off Tuesday.
yeah. So I mean,
It was
you talk
against
about
Snell.
just okay. So Snell went 6 and he allows the run. I mean, just overall though, just a great performance from the pitching. The bullpen looks really good. There was the unfortunate news that Keone Kela is going to have season-ending Tommy John, but as we've seen, there's a lot of depth in this pen, so that can definitely we can find guys to come in and really keep pitching well. I mean, maybe Tim Hill moves into a little bit of a higher leverage role because we've seen him look really good. Stammen's sitting right now with a 1.75 ERA. Dude has been fantastic. I don't think me, you, and Isaac's not on today, but I don't think any of us were expecting that. But one thing I wanted to bring up was the Padres are still getting runs. They're still getting wins. And they still aren't really bringing guys in when runners are in scoring position. So I guess my question to you is if that starts, do you think that's going to start to, pick up a little bit? But I think a lot of that is, I mean, we've talked about it before. The lineups have been a little strange, but now we see on Wednesday a lineup that I loved where you have Grisham 1, Manny 2, Cronenworth 3, and then Tatis 4, and then Hosmer 5. Hosmer went 0 for 4, Manny went 0 for 4, but you have Tatis obviously being the spark that he is. Cronenworth hits the inside the park home run, and Grisham had a double as well. But you kind of start seeing this lineup, if they start consistently hitting, do you think those numbers will go up? And when guys are hitting with runners in scoring position, how much can that get better?
See, I don't think it's going to get much better, since baseball is a game of failure. Since your top hitters are getting on base at 3 out of 10 times. We scored a total of 12 runs in this series, and that's an average of 4 per game. We want the Padres to average like 4 to 5 runs per game, because then you most likely will never lose a game like that. If you need more than 4 to 5 runs in a game, that means your pitching is not doing its job. So as long as they average 4 runs a game in a series, that can't ask for much more. Anything more than that, I think, would be a little unrealistic. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of an outlier. We scored 7 in the first game, but If we can score 3 to 4 runs each game, I have no problem with that. Even if we leave a lot of runners on, we still get those runs in when we need them. The pitching will do the rest because our pitching staff is on top of the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has got to be one of the top end pitching staffs. Hopefully, we see Will Myers back soon. He's the only guy that hasn't come back from that COVID list. And hopefully Eric Hosmer kind of bounces back a little bit. He's only played in one game since he was out with COVID, but went 0 for 4. But he has been a early just spark for the offense. I mean, a guy that just been bringing guys in left and right with 2 outs and guys in scoring position. So hopefully, he comes around, steps it up. Grisham has been amazing this year. Tatis moved his average up to 270 after everyone was going, oh, look, he's your star. He's hitting 230. So, that's just kind of how him and Manny are, where they won't be doing that great. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's on. So I think that hopefully we've seen that. But I think the best play of this whole series was the Jake Cronenworth inside the park home run. So I just kind of wanted to know what you were thinking when that went down, because it was really funny when he turns third and he stops and he's like, oh my God, I'm going to score. And it just kind of goes home. So that was cool to see. I loved his little celebration running into the dugout as well.
I didn't think that was going to be inside the Parker. When it came off the wall, I was like, you know what? That's probably a double, if not a triple. And then I see whoever was in right field. I think it was Blackman. They're just lagging to the ball. I was like, oh my God, Cronenworth could go all the way. And I see him turn third. I was like, oh no, he's stopping. He's not going to get there. And then he started running again. I'm like, go Cronenworth, go, go, go. And then it was not even close. Awesome. That's one way to get a run.
That's what I was surprised by. I thought it was going to be a bang play.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, wow, well, you know what? Hey, Cronenworth's got speed. I mean, hey, you missed a home run by what? Maybe a foot. I guess running around the bases at your full speed is another way to get a home run. Hey, both.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, so overall, I mean, this series was really good. We just wanted to get something out really quick. Didn't have a ton of time to record this week, but that's just going to be it for our little Rockies recap. A very dominant series by the Padres. So I do want to stress, this is what we've been hoping to see, kind of a breakout